And we are live. So what's up, you guys? Godzilla fan freaks coming at you today with Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 55, and it is a graveyard shift. Yes, a nighttime show. First and foremost, I just want to say, the engagement from my posts this week were kind of really low on likes, so I'm really not sure how the audience is going to be this evening. So I'm probably going to keep the show kind of short. I might keep it to like an hour. We might go a little over an hour. Just depends on how many people we get in here. But I just didn't see a lot of engagement from the Facebook posts, Instagram posts, stuff like that. Reptile 7876, what's going on? But for those of you that did like the posts and were ready for tonight's show, I appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button. It helps out the algorithm a lot. Helps Godzilla fan freaks show up, on people's homepages and stuff, because there's still a lot of people that don't know who I am, as well as many of my other YouTube brothers as ZillaFan85. What's going on, buddy? Hope everyone's doing well this evening. So yeah, like I said, probably going to keep tonight's show a little short, just because I'm not sure how engagement's going to be. And then I also have friends coming over. We're kind of doing Friendsmas and stuff like that tonight. So, like I said, I might go a little over an hour. We'll just see. But for tonight's viewing pleasure, for me anyway, I have it on in the background. I have one of my favorite Heisei films on. Space Godzilla, represent, let's go. So yeah, just watching Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. I already started it, and now on to honorees. Let's all take a moment and honor Ken Satsuma. For everybody that knows, that news has floated around now that the Heisei Godzilla suit actor, as well as he was the suit actor for Hedra and Gigan in the Showa era, he passed away. So, this movie, watching this tonight, is kind of in honor of him. This Kaiju Chill O'Clock in honor of Ken Satsuma. So, rest in peace. And we only have one original Godzilla suit actor left, and that's, forget his name. And he's the only one that I've met. But he played the majority of the Millennium series. Godzilla Train, Adrian, what's going on, man? But yeah, no. So just going to be talking about some things this evening. Hope everybody had a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah for ZillaFan85. However you decided to celebrate the holidays, I hope you had a good one with family, friends, whoever you decided to celebrate with. I hope everybody's ready for the new year. Let's hope 2024 brings a lot more goodness for all of us Kaiju fans. And for real life events, let's just hope that the world just doesn't continue to implode. Anyway, what's been going on and what's been new with me? Still don't have a really confirmed schedule for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, so I appreciate you guys having patience with me with the show and everything like that. Work's been started, but it's been slow. I'm still trying to figure stuff out to where I have a legit schedule for Kaiju Chill O'Clock again, because I would love nothing better than to continue to do this show weekly again, or at least maybe every other week. I don't know. Things are still being figured out. But as far as new things with me, not a whole heck of a lot. We got 6 people on in here, 3 likes. Thank you all for being here. Atomic blast that like button, please. Helps me out a lot. Helps out the algorithm and all that good stuff. So, for news, for those of you who may not know, it was addressed in one of the Godzilla groups on Facebook that Sony's deal with Godzilla, it expires, it's already expired apparently. So all the Godzilla Blu-rays that Sony put out, Gojira851, what's going on, brother? All the Godzilla Blu-rays that Sony has put out, they're going to be pretty much discontinued now at this point. I don't even think they've been in print or anything like that. But for those of you who are lacking on Godzilla Blu-rays, either upgrading your collection or however you want to see fit, I would do it now rather than later. Because I recently did that, and I didn't even know the whole deal with Sony was expiring. So a lot of the Blu-rays are actually on the Godzilla store if you guys want them. But I actually went through Amazon because Amazon was a good $3 to $5 cheaper than the Godzilla store. And so I ended up getting, because, I've been neglecting my Godzilla media collection for a little while. So it's like I upgraded Godzilla 2000 from DVD to Blu-ray. I got Space Godzilla on Blu-ray, comboed with Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 93. I have Tokyo SOS and Final Wars on Blu-ray now. And then I still have yet to get, they haven't shipped yet from Amazon, but GMK and Against Mechagodzilla, and then Godzilla vs. Destroyer and Godzilla vs. Megaguirus. All of those are still readily available. Some of them are still available on Amazon cheaper than the Godzilla store. So if you guys haven't upgraded your collection, or if you've been putting it off like I have, I would do it now. The GMK and Godzilla Against Mechagodzilla Blu-ray has already gone up to almost $40 on Amazon, and I just got it a few days ago for $13. You can get it on the Godzilla store though for $20, so that's still a good source out there if you still are missing some Blu-rays. I still need to replace Godzilla vs. Biollante, and then Godzilla and Mothra, The Battle for Earth, and then King Ghidorah on Blu-ray. I gotta get those three on Blu-ray, and then I'll pretty much have my whole Godzilla media collection upgraded from DVD to Blu-ray pretty much. But as we all know, the combo Blu-ray with Ghidorah and Mothra, and then the Blu-ray of Biollante are crazy expensive. So unless they make another copy, or if Toho does another deal with another company and we get maybe a set or something or whatever, still having my fingers crossed that Criterion, Toho works with Criterion and gives us a Criterion book set like they did with the Showa series. But since there's only so many movies in the Heisei and Millennium eras, how about you give us that in one whole set? That would be awesome. And that would help me complete without having to pay an arm and a leg for Biollante and Ghidorah and the Mothra movies from the Heisei on Blu-ray, because those prices are ridiculous. Zillafan85 just saying hi to what's up, Goji fan, Gojira851. Geez, I cannot talk. And then everybody just saying hi. That's what's up. And then everyone just talking. That's what this is, man. Talk amongst yourselves, whatever. But yeah, so if you're lacking on some of those Godzilla Blu-rays for the Millennium and Heisei, I would do it now, because that means a lot of these are going to be hard to find. And they're going to be expensive, like the Bio. So do it now. I got really lucky, because I ended up getting all of those Blu-rays that I kind of just mentioned on Amazon, and it was barely like $70 for everything, just because they were all like $13. And then Godzilla 2000 had like a coupon, so I even got like $4 off on that. So, no complaints. Godzilla Train, just talking with the guys. Hope everyone's doing well. And then Zillafan85, I don't know, as long as at least I have a DVD copy, I'm good personally. I have a Blu-ray, some of the films, but not worried about having to upgrade. That's totally fine. It's just preference at the end of the day. Some do see it as kind of like a waste of money. I just kind of wait for the right time and right deals to come across, because I am one to where I was strictly a DVD guy for a long time, but that's because Blu-rays were like $30-$40 a piece. Now Blu-rays have dropped back down into the $20-$25 range. So now I try to get Blu-rays when I can. And depending on if it's a movie I really like, I do get a 4K Blu-ray combo pack. But I've been working on upgrading a lot of my physical media to a higher quality. Just because at the end of the day, you can see a difference between DVD and Blu-ray. 4K and Blu-ray, I don't see too much of a difference. But again, I don't really have a 100% 4K setup. I just have a 4K player. I don't have a 4K TV or anything like that. I mean, I do hear it's good, but am I really itching to upgrade my whole entertainment system that way. No. But it's just preference. So yeah, I've just been upgrading my physical media lately to a higher quality picture and sound for the Godzilla movies. Like I said, hopefully, I really hope that Criterion Toho works with them and we get another set. Gojira851, I'm glad I got those Blu-rays when I did. Yes, sir. Sometimes I wish I could go back because I remember seeing a lot of these Blu-rays and even the Biollante Blu-ray at like Best Buy and Walmart back in the day for like 10, $12. And it's like, I don't know why I didn't do it then. That's probably because just like Zillafan85, I was still content with my DVD versions of the movies. But upgrading is totally fair. And then Godzilla Train, I'm sure somebody else will get the rights for it. I mean, it has to happen. Look how much Kaiju stuff and Godzilla stuff has been booming lately. It really wouldn't make sense for Toho to make another deal with another company or whatever and re-release some of the Blu-rays or whatever like that are kind of hard to find or hard to come by. Or again, at least give us like a set like Criterion. And then Zillafan85 talking to Adrian. Gojira851, I have the DVD copy of the Heisei films as well, Japanese, and making documentary for each Godzilla film. That's awesome, dude. I have a lot of the same stuff. But, yeah, so no, so anybody who has been wanting to, I would say upgrade to Blu-ray now if you want some of these, because now's the time to do it. Before these turn into Biollante cases and Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla vs. Mothra 92, because the prices for those are outrageous. It's ridiculous. Godzilla Train 1090 all DVD for me as well. I'll just wait for them to put a set out. Perfectly works too, even though I have these and everything like that. Am I still going to skip like a Criterion set or anything like that in the future? No. It's like the Criterion set for the Showa series, not all of those movies in that set had both English and the dubs. A lot of them were dubs and a lot of them were subs, and a lot of them, there was only like a few of them that had dubs. Sorry for my tongue tied there. I'm getting confused. So it's like I have a lot of I still have the Showa movies on like the classic media releases, the Sony DVDs that came out, just because those have the dubs. So it's like if I want to watch one of the Showa Godzilla movies from the Criterion set, but it's one that doesn't have the dub, but maybe I want to watch the dub, then I still have the DVD that I can access the dub. Versus the Criterion being mainly subtitles, and only a handful of the movies have their dubbed versions. So, I would still love, hopefully, again, Toho has to be in talks with Criterion about, I would do the Heisei and the Millennium eras together in one set. I think that's doable. So definitely give it to us. I don't care if it comes in another big book. I have my book displayed. I have that figured out. So I love the book. I know a lot of people didn't like the book, but I love the book. Zillafan85, I still have all the recorded VHS tapes of Godzilla films, and there you go, man. See, that's something that I don't have anymore. I don't have any of my VHSs anymore. And that's because they all just ended up kind of breaking and deteriorating over time and just kind of falling apart. It wasn't necessarily a choice of mine to sell them or throw them away. I just don't have them anymore just because that's how life is sometimes. But that's great. You still have all your old VHSs, man. And then Zillafan85, do you think we will get a -1 dub? I'm curious to see how it comes out if they do. I have no doubt that we will get a -1 dub. Just because Shin Godzilla, we got a dub with that Blu-ray. Shin Ultraman, there's a dub with that Blu-ray. So I have no doubt that, it's probably going to take Godzilla -1 a minute to come to physical media. But I have no doubt in my mind that they're going to do a dub for it. It wouldn't necessarily make sense for them not to, but who knows? I mean, even if they don't, I don't necessarily care. Godzilla Minus One is an absolute masterpiece of a film, and I'm glad that it's continued. It's still playing through January 4th, from what I'm hearing, so it's still doing good. It's made a lot of money. Congratulations to Toho. Thumbs up. Again, they did an awesome job. Hey, what's up, Saban Nur? What's up, Kaiju fam? What's going on, man? Thank you for coming to Kaiju Chill Clock episode 55, a graveyard shift. Hope everyone's doing well. We got 9 people on in here, 6 likes. Thank you all so much. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. Helps out the algorithm and my channel a lot, just because there's still a lot of people that don't know about me. And that's all I want to do is reach more people, have great discussions like we're having. We're just kind of hanging out. So, anyway, hope everybody had a great holidays again. Let me catch up on comments here. Godzilla Train tonight. Adrian says, I don't need a dub of Minus One. I can watch that. Exactly. It's like, I don't really care at this point. It was just great. And then Gojeri51, Minus One passed Shin Godzilla in the box office. Yes, that is true. That's awesome. It is a very much deserving, for sure. It is just a great film. I cannot wait for that to come out on physical media. That, for instance, is a film that if they come out with a 4K and Blu-ray combo pack for it, even a steelbook, you guarantee I'm going to pick that up 100%. So, anyway, though, you guys, again, for those of you just tuning in, probably going to keep tonight's show a little short, just because I'm not sure how engagement's going to be, but it seems to be going well so far, so we might go a little over an hour. I do have friends coming over tonight for Friendsmas. We're going to be hanging out, eating some good food and stuff like that, so I'm not going to have all the time in the world to hang with you guys as I normally do for 2+ hours, but we'll make the best of it. Anyway, some more interesting tokusatsu media that I've been collecting over the past, couple months and everything like that is, and I don't even think since I've done Kaiju Chill O'Clock, the last episode, I don't think I had this yet. I don't remember. But I did end up picking up, what was this? This was Mill Creek, right? I think. Did these out? Yeah, Mill Creek. So I do have the complete series of my favorite Ultraman, finally, Ultraman Tiga. So I've been watching this, really fun, great tokusatsu, I absolutely love it. And then something else that I've been getting into that I've known about, but finally just took kind of a deep dive into, and I've really been enjoying myself with everything I've been watching. And but I'm only limiting myself to one physical media version of it. And I pretty much picked my favorite. So, we all know Kamen Rider, yes? Kamen Rider, another great Japanese tokusatsu legacy, basically. Started in the 70s and has been going strong all through today. With Shin Kamen Rider, I watched that because that's on Amazon Prime. Today, I started watching Kamen Rider Black Sun because that is on Amazon Prime as well. Only 10 episodes, but that has been fantastic. And one thing that I've learned about Kamen Rider and the vibes that I get, which is I watched it before Kamen Rider and has been a fan of it for a long time, has been Guyver. But I believe Guyver got its idea from Kamen Rider because it's very similar with, people who can transform into monsters, that's kind of like Zoonoids. And then you have Kamen Rider, which is like the superhero guy, which kind of does the same thing, but he's the good guy. And it's like, it very, very similar to Guyver. Or, I should say Guyver is very similar to Kamen Rider because Kamen Rider came first. But when I knew about Kamen Rider and everything, the image that always appeared to me was, of course, the original, but one that I became very fond of as far as design goes has been Kuga. So I ended up picking up the complete series of Kamen Rider Kuga on Amazon because it had a Cyber Monday deal. This set normally goes for over $50. Amazon had a Cyber Monday deal on it for $25. So, and I've been enjoying Kuga a lot. I want to say probably my favorite version of Kamen Rider, definitely. But so I've been just kind of enjoying some tokusatsu media on the side this holiday season, and just kind of just been having a good time, and working as well. Even though work's been slow, but it kind of is what it is. Let's see. Zillafan85, just to let you know that you finished the Digimon World Let's Play last weekend. This weekend I'm planning to review the X Plus Dragon from this dude. Oh, I can't wait for that review. And awesome job, though, man, on the Digimon Let's Play videos. I mean, I've been enjoying those. So I still need to watch, like, I think the last couple you've put out. But I'm definitely going to catch up on that soon. But great job on all your content, man. You've been killing it. Austin Creations. Despite having the Criterion Collection, I'm tempted to pick up the Mothra vs. Godzilla Classic Media DVD to get the English version. It's totally worth it if you can find it for a good price. If you found it somewhere and it's a decent price, I would say get it. It's the Classic Media releases are 100% worth having, even if you have Blu-rays and whatever. The Classic Media DVDs are outstanding releases for the Showa Godzilla movies they did do. Even Godzilla's Revenge, that's just solid releases. But again, just watching Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla tonight in honor of Ken Satsuma. Again, Godzilla's suit actor for all the Heisei series, and he played Hedra and Gigan in the Showa series. He passed away, this month. That was a lot. It was very hard for a lot of Godzilla fans, even for those like myself who never got the chance to meet him. I never got to meet Haru Nakajima either. The only Godzilla that I've ever met has been the Millennium series Godzilla. And I forget his name off the top of my head. My mind's just not there right now. But he's the only Godzilla we got left now. Pretty much. Of course, there was a suit actor for GMK and some of the other, Godzilla, because Godzilla's been played by various people, but they don't get credit like some of the others have done. It's like after Haru Nakajima retired from Godzilla in '72, you don't hear about the people who played Godzilla in Megalon and the two Mechagodzilla movies. You don't necessarily hear about the guy who played GMK Godzilla all that much. Some of those guys need to be better recognized, in my opinion, because those guys are still Godzilla at the end of the day. No, it is really sad when we lose a Godzilla suit actor. It's very hard because it's like the character is gone for the most part. It's the passion and energy that all those guys and the effort that they put into their acting. It's special. And it's just one of those things, with the times changing and now CGI taking over and everything like that, it's also very depressing to think about it that way as, okay, Godzilla's moving on to another thing and they're disappearing on us and it sucks. But no, watching Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, one of my favorite Heisei movies, in honor of Ken Satsuma tonight on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. So... Zillafan85. I was shocked when I heard about Kenpachiro Satsuma. I didn't even think in all honesty, he really wasn't that old, man. Like, he was a pretty spry guy. Even in, you briefly met Haru Nakajima, and when you met Akira Takarada, see, man, everybody's got ups on me. I haven't met that many of the actors, suit actors. I've met the Millennium series Godzilla. Of course, I've met Robert Scott Field. I have met, I met Don Fry. I've met Don Fry from Final Wars. And then, of course, I've met Katsura and Ichinose. I just know their character names from Terra Mechagodzilla. I've met both of them. And that's pretty much it. I do have Haru Nakajima's signature on my DVD not a DVD copy. I have it on a French poster for the original Godzilla. One of my friends found that, and I have a certificate of authentication and all that stuff for it. But I do have Haru Nakajima's signature on that poster, and you guys have seen that before. We'll take a walk into the room, and I'll show you guys if you can't place that right away. But I do have Haru Nakajima's signature. I just never met him. Same thing with Ken Satsuma. Never met him. I never met Akira Takarada, sadly. I never will. It's the sad part. But I can live vicariously through you and Nick Adams from the Monster Report, who all got to meet those guys, and that's good enough for me, hearing your guys' stories and whatnot. Sorry for the glare on my glasses. I can't really avoid that right now. Bobby Reynolds, what's going on? What's going on, guys? So, yeah, no, we're just having a good time, fun hanging out. What has been some other stuff that I've been getting? See if I can grab it here. Oh, as you guys can tell, this stack of books has been growing, and these are the Toho special effect books that are on the Godzilla Store website. I love these things. These things are outstanding, and I just keep getting more of them because they recently just got a bunch more on the Godzilla website for sale, and I couldn't resist but to pick up 5 more of the things. And I'm pretty much going to be getting the ones that I like. You know what I mean? Like, speak to me. I'm not going to be getting every single one. So it's like on the Godzilla Store website, they have Godzilla 2000. I'm not really interested in getting that. They have Final Wars. You can definitely tell I don't want that one. They have, I think it's either Against Mechagodzilla or Tokyo SOS Kiryu. They have that one on there. And then some of the others I'll show you here. They also have the Godzilla Raids Again and Anguirus from Raids Again. They have those books on there. Those two I do want to get still. Majority of these books are Showa so far, which is not surprising considering I love the Showa era the most. But to get on to the newest ones I've got, I'll just go through them all. So you guys know that I got the original Godzilla 1954. See how can I make space for myself here. Of course, I have the Rodan 1956. One of the new ones that I got, Varan from 1958. I did get the Varan book. Another new one that I got, Godzilla 1965 from Invasion of Astro Monster, otherwise known as Godzilla vs. Monster Zero. Had to get that one. It's got some good images of Nick Adams in this one. Let's see. Another one of my favorites, Ebirah from 1966. I picked up that one. Picked up Hedra. That's a new one as well. This one was really cool. Really glad that they got this one in. Of course, I had Gigan already. And Jet Jaguar. Had that one. Let's see, there's Mechagodzilla 74. Godzilla 1984. Biollante. Another new one that I got, Space Godzilla, the movie we got on right now. And then I also have Shin Godzilla. So this collection is growing. Again, I still want to get the Godzilla Raids Again and the Anguirus from Raids Again books. Everything else on there I can pass on, mainly because it's Millennium. There is Godzilla 93 on there. I'm not too interested in that one. Burning Godzilla is on there too. GMK Godzilla, they have that book on there. But I'm not really interested in a lot of that stuff. I definitely do want to pick up Godzilla 1955 and Anguirus 1955. And then I just got to wait for them to get more in stock because I still never did get Ghidorah 1964. And then I never did get the Godzilla 1962 that they also had on the site. So I'm still waiting for them to restock those. But overall, just been doing like kind of small purchases, just stuff that I can actually afford at the moment. Nothing crazy. Um, and that's okay because I've just been happy. The books are awesome. If you guys haven't picked up any of those books yet, for $10 a piece, you can't beat that. That is just awesome deal. Um, and they're great books. They're great collector's items. So I definitely encourage head on over to the Godzilla Store website and check out their inventory because it continues to grow by the week. Zillafan85, I don't know if you remember the Clint Eastwood, I totally did not read that right. Crestwood House books, but I'm dying to get a hold of those, especially Godzilla and King Kong. I grew up with those books. You know what? Yes, I do remember those books. I do not have those books either, but those would be great if you come across those and find them. That would be great. Austin Creations, I love these books. He's got the 54 and the Jet Jaguar for Christmas. Dude, that's awesome. See? Austin Creations knows what I'm talking about. These books, the books are great. Again, this stack continues to grow and will continue to grow. Because they do them on every kaiju. It's not just Godzilla. So it's like, I've seen ones that are out there too, and I can't wait for the Godzilla store to get them in stock. I think there's one on Frankenstein from Frankenstein Conquers the World. There's one on the Showa Baragon. There's the Gargantuas. There's one on them. I even think they did I think there's one for Anguirus from the Showa era, like Destroy All Monsters and stuff like that. There's basically a book out there for every kaiju, and that's just amazing, I think there's a Kamacuras one, there's Kumonga, and I just can't wait for them to get more in stock. All I can say is don't get a ton of them in stock at a time because my budget can only go so far on how many I can pick up at once. Try to keep your new inventory, limited on those books. Don't get like 10 of them because I can't afford to get all 10 if I want them. But no, great books, great pickups, definitely highly recommended. What else has been going on? Not a whole heck of a lot as far as like collectibles and stuff go. It's been kind of slow. I'm actually waiting on a really big box day right now. And this box day is actually from my wife. She picked it up for me for my birthday in June as a pre-order from Mondo. So, if that tells you anything, that'll tell you something. But I'm not going to spoil it. I'll wait for the box to show up. It should be here next week, I'm hoping, because I'm really excited for it. So, yeah. Bobby Reynolds, have I seen the TMNT 2003 cartoon show? If not, you should check it. Great action-packed show. You know what? I might get some fire for this, but I was never the biggest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan when I was a kid. You would think it would be right up my alley, but I just never really got into it. I remember watching the cartoon. I've seen the old movies and stuff like that. I've seen bits and pieces of the new movies from Michael Bay, I think is who did them. But I haven't seen like the whole things or anything like that. And it's just because I'm not a huge Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan. That's just me. But I will take your word for it, Bobby. Anyway, what have you all been up to? I'm kind of running out of things. We'll probably take a tour around. I got some cool stuff to show you guys. Some stuff that I have to rearrange for back here and everything. I've built a couple extra Gundam model kits, so that's been fun. Well, since I don't really have any other news or anything for you, how about we just do that right now? Let me catch up on comments here. Zillafan85. There you go. See, Bobby, if there's somebody you want to talk Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with, Zillafan85 is your guy because I know he loves the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So, now let's take a gander around. Let me turn this just so we don't get hit with the dreaded footage. Oh no! Still got some footage there. Not much though. Anyway, let me go ahead and unplug you guys. So, what are some other neat, nifty goodies that I got for Christmas from my wife and my family? Well, you can see one of them down here. I haven't put it up yet. I'm probably going to put it up this next week somewhere back here. I just have to find a spot for it. But my youngest sister-in-law got me this very nice poster for -1. So really, really happy with that. Awesome image. Can't wait to get that up on the wall somewhere. In other new stuff, let's take on a gander. Okay. One thing that I want to cover is something my wife got me. Something very cool. But as a lot of you know, I have stated on this channel that I'm not a big fan of. Also, my oldest sister-in-law got me a new Mechagodzilla t-shirt. So that's what this is. Brand new Godzilla shirt for Christmas. Even though I didn't need any more, she got me one anyway. But anyway, something my wife got me that's really cool. But I've stated on the channel many a times how much I am not a fan of these things. But this one I make an exception for because it came from the heart and it's actually pretty cool. My wife actually turned me into a Funko Pop. This is me as a Funko Pop. And of course, my wife knows me for my grilling, so I am holding a pair of tongs. And then in my other hand, it's like a video game controller. And then for two little accessories, my wife and Zillafan85 will appreciate this. I love bulldogs, right? So I have a little Funko Pop bulldog of my bulldog Shamsky. And then there's Fred. Even though Fred doesn't have a white ear or anything like that, it's still an orange cat. So I have Fred and Shamsky with me. And so that is me as a Funko Pop. And just so you guys can see it too, here's the box. And my wife and my friends call me Knife Hands Evie, because of course my name's Everett. And then when I talk, I'm very expressive and I go like this a lot, you know? So that's where the knife hands come from. So, yep, Knife Hands Evie. Pop yourself. You are one of one. So, again, not the biggest fan of Funko Pops, but this one gets a pass, a big pass. And I absolutely love it. So, dear, thank you again. So, I have myself as a figure. So, I'll have to do a figure review on myself in the future. Or a Figure Talk Tuesday, one of the two. But, Mark, Gustav, what's going on? Zillafan85, that is amazing. I'm not a Funko Pop fan either, but that is awesome. I agree. So, again, I have myself as a figure, along with my bulldog, Shamsky, who's no longer with us, and then Fred. So, very cool gift from her. Along with, scoot this out of the way, my wife got me a dice tray because we play a lot of Magic the Gathering and stuff like that. So I have like a little dice tray, and then we got a dice bag that we will share, and it's made like out of, it's supposed to look like dragon skin, and it has a dragon eye, and then this is where all my dice are kept. So I have that. And then something that I got for myself for Christmas, speaking of Kamen Rider stuff, I got myself one of these, and I had to modify it to fit my body. But this is a project that I have in store, and I'm not going to say much. But this is something that's going to be happening in the near future. I bought this for a reason. So I have a Kamen Rider Kuga transformation belt. And this was a pretty good price too. It was only like $35 on Amazon. Really reasonable. And so you guys can see it, and I modified it. Here it is. This is what it looks like. I had to get an extender, and then I had to modify it further. Don't worry about my super glue job. It was the only way I could get it to work, because I had to extend those out all a little bit more. And then all of these symbols on here were just they were just the silver to go along with the rest of the belt. But I took my Gundam marker and I panel lined all the symbols so they pop out better versus them just being a gray silver. So I've already done some nice customization to this. And just to see if I can do this one-handed. For those of you who might have saw my short, I've already kind of displayed this, but I don't know if I can do this one-handed though. That might be a trick, because it has an on button, and then this button right here you have to like bring over to the side because it revs up like a spinning mechanism on the inside. And so I'll just display that for you guys here. Very cool stuff. It goes through all of Kuga's transformations. So of course the first one is the mighty form, which is the red. The second one, which is the dragon form, which is his blue form. Although, the only thing I do wish is that the belt light changed colors with the forms, but it's only a $35. It's a kind of like a kid's, it's kind of like a kid's thing. So it's not that intricate, but it would have been cool if they at least put different color LED lights or whatever in there. But so you have the blue form. And then after that, you have the green form, which is his Pegasus form. And then you have his purple form, which is known as Titan form, I think. So, really, really cool. Zillafan85, I'm getting you intrigued to check out Kamen Rider now. I've never had the chance to before. Zillafan85, if I had something to go off of, check out Kamen Rider Kuga. That is my personal favorite Kamen Rider series, and it's really, really good. It definitely is kind of like a drama in a way. Like, I do feel like the Kamen Rider series was a little more for adults versus a younger audience. Just because when you get into like Shin Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider Black Sun, which are on Amazon, that shit gets serious. Like, I mean, we're talking blood, guts, gore. I mean, again, I definitely can see where Guyver was inspired by older Kamen Rider stuff, because again, Kamen Rider came out before Guyver, and I can definitely see like comparisons of like, okay, this is really similar to Guyver, but again, it's like Guyver is similar to Kamen Rider because Guyver didn't come out till later. So I would check out Kuga, and if you really want something more like dark and really like bloody and gory, definitely check out Shin Kamen Rider and Kamen Rider Black Sun. Both of those are on Amazon Prime. And then Zillafan85, you know I love me some guy. Exactly. So give it a shot. Give it a shot. If you don't like it, you don't like it. As for me, I'm not a huge, again, now this don't make sense. Make this make sense. Well, it does make sense. But considering how much I love Showa stuff, right? I'm not a huge fan of the Showa series, Showa era Kamen Rider stuff. I like it. It's cool. But it's not really something that I'm like, yeah, I want to buy that complete series or, do stuff off of that. Not really. Just really not my cup of tea. But Kamen Rider Kuga, which is the first Kamen Rider of the Heisei era, I will tell you that. Kuga is good. I like Kuga anyway. Make sure I'm good on comments here. Just making sure. I don't want to leave anybody hanging. So let's see. And Bobby Reynolds talking with Zillafan85. Awesome. So yeah, that's just some stuff that I ended up getting. My friends Tim and Yossi, for those of you that saw the post, I pretty much put him next to my controller from Planet X, but Yossi and Tim know that I am a big fan of the movie John Carpenter's They Live. And I didn't really have any They Live stuff in my collection. Now, I have one of the alien guys, and he has a little paper that says, stay asleep. On the other side, probably not going to be able to see it, it says, obey. I don't want to touch it and mess with him, because this is actually like a little piece of like thin cardboard. It's not like plastic or anything. It's actually a form of paper, and it does fold out to like a book, and I think on the inside it says like consume, and I forget what the other one is, but for those of you that know They Live, yeah, so now I have one of these guys in my collection, and since they're both aliens, I just put them right next to each other. Why not? And then it came with like a little standee thing that you could cut out, but I just stuck that down here because I didn't really have anywhere to put it up here. So I just stuck it down there in that corner. Because outside of Godzilla, They Live, probably my #1 favorite movie of all time. If you haven't seen They Live yet, take it for my recommendation, go watch it. Makes you think a little bit about our real world that we live in. For sure. But other than that, everything else has kind of been more or less the same. See, since I upgraded, for some reason, I guess my Funko Pop doesn't like Skeletor, and he just like knocked him over. I don't know what that was all about. I think I actually backed into the shelf a little bit and knocked over Skeletor. Anyway, what was I talking about? So yes, I've been upgrading some of the Godzilla movies to Blu-ray. So it's like, yeah, I got Final Wars on Blu-ray. So now I have technically 2 copies of Final Wars. What am I going to do, though, with my DVD copy that I have signed by Don Fry? I just ended up sticking it over here on the shelf. Just because I didn't have any use for it on the media shelf anymore. So I'll show you guys. Why not? Oh, footage! They're attacking Godzilla. Anyway, yeah, so here's the Blu-ray combo pack I'm talking about. So, yeah, I picked that up. And it actually helps me save a lot more space. So it's like all of these here are going to be replaced. Here's my Godzilla 2000 copy that I recently got. So a lot of those are going to end up being replaced. But yeah. And then of course there's Criterion, Waxworks, Record Collection box set, a Showa series, Arrow Video Gamera set, Mystery Science Theater Gamera set, Arrow Video Daimajin Trilogy. Oh yeah. I'm hitting it up with those box sets of things because then you go over here, it's like, so there's Kuga. And then, of course, Ultraman, Tiga. So I've just been kind of killing it with media lately. Oh, and that's about it. There hasn't been. I'm trying to think if I'm forgetting like any. Model kits. Yes. Okay. I might actually have to turn on the lights so you guys can actually see them well. But as far as new model kits go for over here, as far as Gundam, I ended up getting this like purple Glacier Gundam. I forget the actual name, but it had a lot of translucent pieces that were purple, as you can see when the light hits it right. And of course, you all know I'm a big fan of purple, and this Gundam was just, it was too hard to pass up. It was a high grade, so it wasn't very expensive. So I picked that up at the hobby store. And then I ended up getting a high grade, heavy arms. Jeez, I'm forgetting the names. There's too many Gundams. So I got a Gundam heavy arms here, and I actually just completed him yesterday. So let me turn on the lights though, so you get a better idea of what this guy looks like. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the lights on out back here. When I turn the lights on back here, that one turns on. There's that there. There's that one over there. That one there. That one there. And then, of course, right there above the couch. So, yeah. That's what it looks like when all the lights are on. Anyway, you can kind of see more of the purple. Considering it's nighttime, it's not the easiest. And with all the other lights. But it's still a really cool kit. And it came with its own stand. So that, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. So I kind of have him like displayed, hovering and holding his two swords and stuff. And he's very in a dynamic type pose. So very cool kit. And then, of course, there's the heavy arms from Gundam Wing, all displayed out with his weapons and everything going. So, yeah. Been mild with the model kits lately, but I'm also running out of room. I don't have a lot of room left here. Let's see. Let me catch up on comments. Let's see, Bobby Reynolds. I know that he says, I know that I'm not a Ninja Turtle fan, but what's your thoughts on the original comic where the turtle actually kills? You know what? I actually don't know about that. So that is news to me. I did not know about that. I'll have to look into that and then give you my opinion. Zillafan85, since I mentioned my favorite films, his top three are Destroy All Monsters, King Kong 1933, and The Karate Kid 1984. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Heck yeah. Now, I have a really nice copy of They Live over here. So here is my, if it focuses, here's my Steelbook copy of They Live. Sorry guys, it's just not showing up well because of the lighting. All these LED lights don't make for the best camera lighting back here, but there, it gives you guys a better idea. There we go. So yeah, if nobody here hasn't seen this yet, recommend it. Recommend it 100%. It's worth it. It is worth it. See if I can get the case open one-handed. This is a Steelbook, and it's got 4K and Blu-ray. Really good movie, though. Really good movie. All right. See if I can get that back on my movie shelf one-handed. Taking movies off the physical media movie shelf is one thing. Putting them back one-handed is a completely different. Mogira. Fight! Space Godzilla! Footage! Okay. Anyway. Bobby Reynolds, I'm surprised Gamera and Daimajin didn't cross over since they are made from the same company. True, but Bobby Reynolds, I have an explanation for that. That is probably because Daimajin is a period piece. For those that don't know, Daimajin is a kaiju film series that takes place like in rural, ancient Japan. So you got like samurais and stuff like that. It's not like modern day Japan or anything. So that might explain it. And then Zillafan85, well, I know all too well that nothing is like seeing your collection room in person. Can't wait to go back to, hey, heck yeah, man. The time was definitely way too short, in my opinion. So definitely we will be getting together again in the future, and we will definitely just have to have a full-on hangout, movies back here, good food, all that good stuff eventually. Because I do also feel like I didn't get to hang out with all of you back here enough. We watched the Jet Jaguar and Megalon shorts and everything like that, and we kind of hung out back here, but then we were more or less eating outside and in the front and everything. But nah, I definitely would love to hang out with you guys more back here. Definitely create some content videos together. Do a Kaiju Chill O'Clock together. That would be awesome, which is still on the card, ZillaFan85. One of these days, we got to set it up virtually and get you on here. Awesome Creations, They Live is fantastic. Got a chance to see it and Evil Dead 2 in the theater this past October. Oh, man. Lucky, 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 Austin Creations. The original Evil Dead movies are more movies that I love and enjoy. Personal favorite, though, Army of Darkness, for sure. Which, Austin Creations, you'll like this. Heck, you might even have it. Oh, does anybody want to say hi to Fred? Here's Fred. Hey, buddy. Hey, Fred. Say hi to everybody. What are you doing? You being a goof? Everybody just saw your figure version. Are you having fun? Huh? You're fired up. You just having fun watching Space Godzilla or what? Anyway. So just like I had a They Live steelbook, go down here to my movie shelf. Oh, I recently reorganized all of this. So now my movies are more or less categorized from like action, horror, comedy, stuff like that. But I have this Army of Darkness release. And this is from Shout, the same people that did the They Live steelbook. Get this on for you guys. But I love this one. There's the back. And then, how many copies of Army of Darkness do you need in your life? Well, this one doesn't come with enough, in my opinion. I'm just kidding, it does. So you have Army of Darkness 4K Ultra HD theatrical cut. Then you have disc 2, which is the Blu-ray theatrical cut. Then you have disc 3, which is the Blu-ray director's cut. And then you have disc 4, which is the Blu-ray international cut and television cut. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 copies of Army of Darkness in one steelbook. You're in the mood for any version of Army of the Darkness. This has got you covered. Stick that back down there. There's my Evil Dead 1 and 2. And then I have the remake from 2013, I think it was, which not terrible. You know, it wasn't the best, but I liked it. Oh, Space Godzilla's fighting Godzilla now. Alright, I'm going to stop messing with the footage. I feel like I'm playing with fire. But we're almost an hour, though. We're doing pretty good. We got 5 people on in here. Hopefully you guys won't. We'll go for just a little bit longer, just because my friends haven't come over yet. I believe they are on their way, though. So we'll wrap it up here in the next few minutes or so. Is there anything else you guys might want to see? Any questions for me? Guys, feel free. Please ask. ZillaFan85, yeah, man, just keep me posted and we'll figure it out. Heck yes. ZillaFan85 saying, Fred! Austin Creations, have it, love it. All the bonus features on it are great. Dude, yes! Yes! You're getting me in the mood to want to watch They Live. I think I'm probably going to do that pretty soon. And actually, you know what? Probably next week sometime, because I know Tim is still off from work next week, so I think we're going to plan a day to hang out. But even though Tim got me this figure, he has never seen the movie. So, boom, perfect. We're probably going to watch They Live next week sometime. And then Bobby Reynolds, I'm sure that can still work. Daimajin is a stone monster. Have the king say, yeah, he could be woke up from a deep sleep. But I got to watch the Daimajin films again. I don't really remember the stipulations of him waking up. Like, Daimajin wasn't just a wake up kaiju and destroy stuff. Like, he actually had motives. You know what I mean? So, like, he just didn't just mindlessly destroy. He was a kaiju that had motives that, like, punished evil and stuff like that. Like, he was kind of a good guy, but also had a lot of collateral damage. I don't 100% remember. I've only seen the Daimajin films like 2 or 3 times, so I'll have to rewatch them. But I know that there's like a stipulation as to why he gets awoken. So it still could work, but who knows? I feel like Gamera and Daimajin would be more or less on the same team versus fighting each other. But anyway. But yeah, no, you guys have any questions for me? Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Anything that you guys got for Christmas that's awesome? I know Austin Creation said he got a couple of the Toho books. That's awesome. Anybody else get any cool kaiju goodies or anything like that? Feel free to ask me some questions. Continue to talk amongst yourselves. I'm having a good time. You know, even though tonight's show is probably going to be a little shorter than usual, that's okay. We're just hanging out, man. Trying to think if there's anything else that I needed to fill you guys in on. I can't really think of anything. I'm like looking around my room, making sure I didn't forget something. Oh, well, the last Kaiju Chill O'Clock that I did, episode 54, remember I talked about the Bandai GMK Mothra? And then at the end of the show, I realized that I promised you guys that I would show you the figure where I put it, and then I never did. I don't know why. It just totally spaced my mind. So why don't we get that out of the way now since we're in here? So for those of you that remember, I did get a Bandai GMK Mothra from one of my local shops here in town, and she is displayed now right here. And what a beautiful figure that is. So she's up there flying over part of Grayskull and Final Wars Gigan, and Batra's there, Destroy is there. But I was like, that's a good spot. Very, very beautiful. Very happy to get that figure. So there's the Bandai GMK Mothra that I forgot to show last Kaiju Chill O'Clock, which is, God, it was like a month ago now, wasn't it? It's been like 3 weeks or something like that. Yeah, time's going by way too fast. That's all I can say. It still kind of feels like yesterday that the Tucson Kaiju Festival was happening. Am I right? Now here we are. We're almost in 2024 January, which, haven't done this in a while. Mecha Godzilla, activate. Been a minute since I've done that, huh? Oh, but no, I hope everyone else is doing well. You know, I've been doing okay, surviving, you know. This is the other thing that I talked about earlier in today's show. So remember how we were talking about suit actors or the actors and actresses, whether we got a chance to meet them or not. I never did get a chance to meet Haru Nakajima or Ken Satsuma. I don't have anything with Ken Satsuma's signature, but I do have Haru Nakajima's signature. So this here is a Godzilla poster, but it's a French poster, which is actually funny because French is in my DNA. I am part French. So it is funny that I do have a copy of this, and it's framed, nice glass wood frame, and then Haru Nakajima's signature. So I do have that, but that's pretty much it. If you haven't already done it, atomic blast that like button, or Hedra will come get you in your sleep. I don't know. You guys know how there's like those like try not to laugh videos or cringe videos, and they always do that thing like, make sure you like and subscribe to this video, or this centipede will come into your sleep or come into your bedroom while you're sleeping tight or whatever. It's like just stupid crap. So there's my rendition of it. Make sure you atomic blast that like button, or Hedra will come get you while you're sleeping. Let's see here. Bobby Reynolds. Daimajin is like the kaiju version of the Punisher. There you go. That's a good explanation. Gojiri51. I got the SH Monster Arts Godzilla -1 on the way. Oh, jealous, man. I just don't have the money for an SH Monster Arts right now. I would like to get a Bandai -1, but the Godzilla store hasn't advertised them in stock yet or anything like that, so I'm just going to have to wait a little while. Debating on if I want to get the Super 7 one. I don't know. We'll see. Zilfan85. Well, you got yourself. Yes, I did see those. You got the Godzilla 1955 and Anguirus 1955. Which, if the Anguirus 55 shows up on the Godzilla store, I'm probably going to pick myself up one of those because I would love a version of Anguirus 55. The only version of Anguirus 55 that I have is this guy. This little Gasopon figure. So I would love to get the Bandai 55 Anguirus. I already have the 55 Godzilla in Bandai form from the Memorial Box. See if I can get around the Super X2 here. So those are awesome. And then you got an Amazon gift card. You ordered a Figure Arts figure that I'm going to love. Ooh, I'm very curious now. I can't wait to see that. And then Bobby Reynolds, Mechagodzilla fly up, Mechagodzilla go up, Mechagodzilla go the mirror, Mechagodzilla flies through the mirror into another universe and say footage. Oh my goodness. No, you guys put a smile on my face all the time. But yeah, no. You know, one thing I got to implement into videos somehow again too is Psycho Gundam. I still got to figure out how to implement this guy into videos because I pretty much created him a character and then it kind of just died out because I never did anything else with it. So I got to do something with the Psycho Gundam. But oh, here's for Zillafan85. Creature is happy and well next to Godzilla 62. And there's Mogira and Space Godzilla from the movie that we're watching this evening. Flip it back around. All right. Oh. So anyway, you guys. Probably gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. In all honesty, that's if any. Does anybody have any questions for me or anything else you guys want to share or talk about? Feel free. You know, I'll let it go like about another minute and a half or so for people. Put your comments through now. That's all I can say. Zilfan85, awesome. He looks great on the shelf with those. I'm so glad he's in a good. Yes, sir, he is. Thank you, dude. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to have it. But no, I hope everyone continues to do well. I wish nothing but happiness for everybody in 2024 as we approach it. And just hope everybody has a happy and safe New Year's. You know, however you decide to celebrate and spend it. You know, just have fun with family, friends, whatever. Bye, Reynolds. Have where you review Alien 3 and have Gundam get Alien 3 the bird and hey, that's not a bad idea. I just have to get a copy of Alien 3 because I don't have a copy of Alien 3. I don't like Alien 3. I don't like Alien Resurrection either. The only Alien movie that I have is Aliens, which is the second one, and then I have the two Alien vs. Predator films. That's it. I don't even have the first Alien. But I wasn't a huge fan of the Xenomorphs. That's mainly why. But Aliens, fantastic movie. I love that movie. That's another one I haven't watched in a minute. Zillafan85, since you're going to wrap it up soon, I hope you and everyone has a very happy new year. Be good to yourselves. And sayonara. Hit me up soon, bro. Dude, definitely will, man. Definitely will. And yeah, that's about it, you guys. So again, thank you all for being here. If nobody else has anything else that they want to put in a comment or anything, I'm out of things to talk about. But that's okay. Had to keep tonight kind of short just because I got friends coming over and stuff like that. We're going to have a fun time. And anyway, hope you all had a great Christmas. Hope you all had a great time here on Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 55, Graveyard Shift with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks. We see here, Bobby Reynolds says, see ya. And so like always, you guys, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Atomic blast that notification bell while you're at it. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook and Instagram as well. That way you stay up to date with everything going on and all that fun stuff. Like I said, I should have a big box day coming up probably next week sometime, I hope. And other than that, we will catch you guys next time. Hope you all have a great night, and we'll see you later.